Good morning, my friend. I'm just checking that I'm live. Okay, I'm back inside. It's so cold outside today and it's raining. So, something happened yesterday. My uncle, I don't know what happened. Not when I was in the wood in the afternoon. I went to work with my friend and like I'm laying pink. Anyway, welcome back to the 90 days to travel bold. And today's a sensitive subject, would you say? Um, on Friday, we talk about dreams, our dreams and bucket list, right? But as for these next 30 days, it's day 34 today, I think, of the 90 days. I decided to go a little bit deeper about the thing that I'm talking about. Uh, so I want to talk about those dreams that scares us, okay? The thing we know deep down that we want to do, but it scares us. It scares us because we know that if we announce them out loud, if we say them, it may hurt other people. Not because they're bad dreams or whatever, there's no such thing, right? But because it feels like selfish, because it's a dreams that solely about us. That's what it should be, right? But there's those dreams. Anyway, I don't know if that makes sense. So I've been thinking about that for a while and I've said it, but not that way, said it aloud. And that dream for me is that I think I need to live alone for a while. I spoke about sabbatical and name it differently to make it beautiful on YouTube and acceptable, right? So you call it a sabbatical to go travel the world. It's still true, but um, essentially, deep down, I know that the feeling inside me wanting to do that is not because something is wrong, but because it doesn't feel aligned anymore. I touched on that a little bit yesterday about being in a life where you feel like it doesn't fit what you want anymore in life, right? And when you have children, husband, friends, sister, people around you that need you, right? I've lost so many friends by traveling so much, and I've lived a lot outside of the country. I've lived in 7 countries, so I've lost a lot of friends who just could not uh, resist. I have dry lips. Let me, sorry guys, that's not sexy, but that's real life. Okay. I lost a lot of friends that way. So it's scary. I said that yesterday. Freedom is not free. When you really want something and you know that um, it will impact the people around you, we often freeze, stop, stay stuck because we're afraid to move forward. Okay, and there's a lot of mixed feelings inside us. So, uh, so it's a very strange feeling to say it here and to sit with it. Uh, because wanting to live alone and do life alone for a while when you are married with children, it looks selfish. But it's something that I've been ruminating for, Lord, years. It's been at least 3 to 4 years that I have this feeling, this strong, strong feeling. I've put it, as I said, as wanting to go on a sabbatical. And thank you, my friend. Thank you, Nana. Recipe. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Um, and so let me continue. Okay. So before I stay inside my head and it's still it's even difficult to speak about it. Um, I've said so many times that we women spend a lot of our time being what others needed, right, from us. So I spend a big part of my life being what I needed to be for everyone else: partner, family, responsibility, friends. And along the way, a lot of us uh, lose ourselves, right? I stopped asking myself, or started even asking myself, like, who am I, right? And not who I was 20 years ago when my kid was small, uh, not who I think uh, I need to be, okay, or I used to be, but who am I today, okay? What do I want in my life today, okay? And the only way for me, and I wait for so long, um, is that I want to be clear about um, in my head, right? I want to be clear in my head, and the answer that I find is to be alone. I need to do this alone. I need to live alone for a while. At first, I was saying a year. Now I'm saying maybe a year is not enough, but you don't know until you do it. So I just want to be clear about something. I'm not going into many details because it's not really about that. Um, this is just about me trying to hear myself again, figuring out what is the life that I want to have now. What is aligned with the jazz that I am today? And that's a question that you need to ask yourself if you find yourself in a place where, in that crossroad, right? And that's when this idea came to me of what if I just stepped away for a while, okay? Live on my own, have my own space, and make my own decisions again. Does it sound selfish to you? When you have a lot of people around you counting on you. And for me, that looks like going back to France uh, solo, okay? And not for a holiday, not to escape, but to figure out what I actually want my life to look like next. Um, I know that's really private to come and share it here, but I've discussed with so many women that um, feels the same way when you reach that stage of life. Uh, I'm talking being over 50, right? And there's a lot of fear into wanting what you know deep down that you want, but you're scared of wanting what you want. Okay. So I won't lie here. This scares me. Okay. Starting again at this stage of life, right? Um, Being on my own. Um, Although I do that a lot as a solo traveler, but it's for a period of time. And you come back home, right? Uh, not knowing what's coming next. But at the same time, I know it's something, there's something so deep inside me that's saying me that this is exactly what I need. And I know because I've known it for over 3 to 4 years. I've been playing with that around my head. I've tried to change different way of how this is supposed to look like. And that's what I say, there's some dreams that scares us. There's some bucket list. I don't know if I can call it a bucket list. It's Friday. I talk about bucket list, but uh, living on my own for a while, it's something that is, yeah, call me selfish, call me, but and I think that fear is more me, how people are going to see it, how family around me, friends, how my kids who are young adult now are going to feel about me going for a while. I played about the idea of a 1 year sabbatical, right? Because it looks pretty. And so they know that I've been wanting to, and I'm always like, anyway, going on solo trips here and there, but it's for a short period of time. Um, but anyway, let me just see. Hi, friends. Uh, Good morning, uh, Abby Mays. I hope I pronounce your name properly. I'm sorry. Good morning. Welcome here. Um, I'm happy to have you here, guys. So, yes. And I keep thinking, what happened if I ignore this feeling, guys? I keep saying that life is so short, right? We deny ourselves so many things because of what if, because of all the people around us, right? Um, what if, I ignore the feeling and I stay the same, Um, I stay comfortable because what is what's comfortable, even if it doesn't fit your life anymore, because it's so scary to push that door and go on the other side, right? It's so scary because you don't know what's gonna be on the other side, right? So, but then also then we stay stuck. Okay, so many of us have that feeling of being stuck and not moving in life and like being in a prison, um, even if a rose door prison, because we have all the comfort around us, right? But I know deep down, even talking about it give me a pain on the side. I have like a physical reaction every time I feel uncomfortable and anxious about a situation. I have like a physical pain that come on the side, and that's just coming up right now for me. And what I know is I don't want that anymore. I do not want to stay stuck in this life um, anymore, the way my life look like right now. Okay. And I think that's why I've started, these 90 days to travel bold. It's not just about travel, I had to push myself into coming lives daily because I'm not comfortable about talking lives at all. Okay, on camera. It's easy to edit a video. Not that editing is easy, Lord, no. But like, you talk to yourself and you edit and then you post it, right? But right now you're interacting live. I was really afraid of that, but I pushed myself through it and I love it. That's the way actually I want to do YouTube today because it's less editing, less scripting, and then whatever, right? So, and it's about having the courage to change your life. Gosh, guys, changes are difficult and so scary, right? And even if it doesn't make sense to anyone else, right? I understand that people watching that will be like, she's married. What's she talking about going to live by herself, for alone and moving to France by herself? Is she getting a divorce? Is she blah blah blah? Is there any issue? No, it's starting long, long, long before today. That's feeling, and I need to calm down because that pain on the side, because it's so scary to talk about this. Having that courage to change my life the way I want it to be, and it may means that I will lose a lot of people along the way. It may cost me my marriage. It may cost me my friend. It may cost me the comfortable life and house where I'm sitting here and because it's raining outside, so I'm running back in. Okay. Uh, it may cost me that. It may means that tomorrow I don't have a place where I can stay and whatever. But I don't know. I still feel like this is what I need to do. You know, guys, here I'm just sharing me. Please, I am not saying to anyone, any woman out there, do what I'm doing. Okay. I'm somebody who's very unconventional, and I've learned to listen to me because otherwise I feel very uncomfortable. Otherwise, I have a lot of physical reaction, sickness, and even my weight. It's a sort of prison where I keep myself. Okay. I remember seeing a therapist. Guys, I'm so sorry that I'm going very deep today and very personal. Um, I remember I've seen a therapist for a very long time about my weight, right? Because weight is not just about what you're eating; it's a lot here. And something that came up with different therapies that I had along the years is that I was deep down afraid to lose weight, because losing weight, the weight is something that anchor me and that keep me still, you know. And losing weight would not make me, but like free me from a lot of things, and that I will fly so far that I will lose many people around me. Not that I become like, oh, no, nothing to do with like, how do you call it, being vain or anything like that. It just means that it will remove so much weight on my shoulder and things that I've been keeping, and free me so I go and do the things that I want to do. It's I'm trying to use that word, but I can't pronounce it metaphorically. Anyway, okay. So have you ever felt like you just needed space? And again, I don't encourage you to do this. Okay. I've been working on that for 4 years, 3 to 4 years, and it become heavier and like, something always knocking at your door all the time. Like, hey, 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 like so uncomfortable in where I am right now that um, I know I need to do this. So I need to hear myself again. It's not about running away. It's really about running maybe toward myself. Okay. That's what I did. A lot of things like meditation, going to the silent retreat for 7 days without talking, the hardest thing, but the most beautiful as well, right? Uh, you know, but I think instead of running away, I think that will help me to come back to me, to really, really what is true for myself. So, guys, I hope you understand what I'm talking about. This is a very, and these next 30 days will be about like being really honest with ourselves and really asking us the right questions. So if you're feeling stuck in life, it may be that you are in an old life that doesn't fit the new you today, because we're growing, we're evolving all the time. And today, this is true to me. Okay. It will come with consequences because, as I said, you pay the price of freedom. Being free is not free. It costs you something. It costs you friends, relationships, a lot of things, comfort, money. It brings you in a very comfortable. I mean, you're going to how do you say that? Come out of your comfort zone. Yes, it push you out of your comfort zone, but often there, I know that for sure because I've been thinking of it so long. I know when you go at that place where you are so uncomfortable, you will find who you really are. That's for me. Okay. I know that I need to do that. No matter how scary, no matter what is going to cost me to do it. Uh, so that's what I've been working on recently of how can I, make it happen for myself and break less, the least eggs. That's a metaphor. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Hello, my good friend, Amy. Oh, I'm sorry, Mary. I'm so bad in my head right now. Uh, hey, Mary, I hope you're okay. And let me see what I'm being say. I know that feeling when your body is asking something of you, especially when it is something people would um, understand or wouldn't understand. Absolutely, right? As I'm talking, I'm holding. Yes, I heard that. Wouldn't understand. My pain, I have a pain on the side. That's always a reaction of me feeling uncomfortable about something that I'm saying, but because I know deep down that I want it, but I'm afraid of judgment. I'm afraid of people reaction. I'm afraid of losing people along the way. And but unfortunately, this is life. The people are in your life for a season, right? I don't know who quoted that. I don't know if Maya Angelou or maybe people are in your life for a season, and when you grow, sometimes we don't grow at the same time with the people around us, or we grow differently. Because I'm somebody who's very spiritual. I'm not interested so much of the richness of this world. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to go to a lavish vacation. That's not what I'm saying, okay? I will. If it's in my prices, okay, if it is still, I can do that being frugal, I would go. But I mean, this is not the most important things in my life, okay? Jokes aside, growth is painful. Just listening, sending big, love you, girl. Growth is painful. Growth is, unfortunately, there's family member that I'm not in touch anymore in my life because they couldn't be part of where I needed to be. The people that are toxic in your life, and no matter how much you love them, if you stay around them, you're gonna leave yourself. You're gonna hurt yourself. So for a lot of people, I had to love them at a distance because having them in my life today was detrimental to my life, and I just couldn't move forward with where I wanted to go. So unfortunately, this is life. We only have one life. So we don't want to live with regret and feel like, okay, I wish I had. And I know for myself with that pain that is growing even as I'm talking right now, okay, that uh, if I don't do it, I will regret it. I will, when I'm not from this world anymore, or when I will be leaving this world, I will live with a lot of regret because I know life, my life right now doesn't fit what I want to be, of the life that I want to have, right? And yes, is it a risk to like, okay, I'm gonna live by myself for a year, for 2 years, and see what happens? It is a big risk, right? But I don't know until I do it. And if it was just like a something that just come in my head like that, and I haven't had the time to weigh on it, guys, 4 years almost, there's something there. Okay, and when it's a nagging feeling that doesn't matter how much meditation you do, doesn't matter how much breathing and whatever you do, it's still there. It's still knocking at your door, like knock, 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 knock. It's time now. You know. So sometimes we have to let people go, which is sad. But at some point, we have to think of ourselves. Indeed, my friend. Indeed, Mary. So, guys, that's what I had to share with you today. It's very personal. Let me know in the comment, okay, what you think about this next 30 days, because I'm gonna go personal. I may not enter into details because we all have a private life, even if we live and public on YouTube. But I know for me, I don't even know how it's going to look like. The idea that I have is I'm on Trusted House Sitter, right? I'm looking for, there's those people who have like two house, like the second house and the secondary house, meaning that let's say during the winter they move away to a country that's hot, and a lot of people put their house on a house trusted house sitter for 6 months or 3 months, right? So my idea is to bop around and because having to rent, I'm a full-time content creator, as I said, okay? And I'm also now a travel ambassador. So I'm planning to move not only with the company, but with Trusted House Sitter to save money, to be able to afford this life that I want, to go and test and yeah, to be on my own and hey myself. And when I can, maybe rent something along the way. But I want to spend a good part of my time in 2027 next year in France. Okay, I will start this year finding places, but I'm gonna be gone a lot this year. I'm gonna be next month. I'm traveling. Actually, every month I'm traveling so far. So, yeah, and traveling is part of it as well. But instead of just going places here and there, I want to completely move my base, meaning that instead of coming back here, I want to have a place of mine where I will go. Um, I had to do it when my son was little. It was the best decision I ever made for me. I had to sacrifice, of course. I hear you. If you feel like it, Jazz, it is for a reason. 100%, my friend. Thank you so much for validating that for me. And sometimes you know what you know, and you know that that's exactly what you need to do, but you just scared to go, right? You just scared to push that door because, oh my goodness, what if, what if? But then you will leave so many of us, and mainly I'm talking about women because I am one, and my community is really for women over 50. A lot of women live a life that they don't like anymore or love even anymore. A lot of women stay in situations that make them sick, okay, inside, that inside, like the physical pain, because when we deny ourselves from the thing that we know deep down that we need for us, it manifests somehow, somewhere. Okay, it manifests in a physical something, and it can. And I've seen that a lot in Africa because women are raised to become wives, mothers. Like they're not. The young generation is different. I'm talking about the Gen X. I think I am Gen X, right? 50, 52. Okay, they are born, not they are born, they are raised to become a wife. That's their diploma. That's their journey. When once they got a husband, they arrived. That's it. That's their goal in life. That's their, what's the word? I don't know. I'm lost for word now. Okay. And you see them sacrificing everything. They don't have dreams. My generation, the people that I spend time with, their dream is to find a husband. And when they have them, they will do everything to keep the marriage alive. Doesn't matter if they're uncomfortable. Doesn't matter if they're mistreated. It doesn't matter if they're living a life of martyr en français. Yeah, I don't know. And, but that badge of honor of like, I'm a wife in Africa, so strong that divorce is not allowed, or wanting something. Let's leave even divorce alone, wanting something for them, wanting to travel even to the next door or see the family, because they have to keep the space where they are, because being called Mrs. S is so important, that title, that they will they will sacrifice and sell their souls. They need who they are, who they want, what they want for this. Uh no, no. And I'm happy to see that the younger generation, they're different. Oh my goodness. These people want to live. These people want things for themselves. These people, the younger generation are very, very different. You know, they nurture who they are. You know, they want, they have their own dreams. And yeah, that's why I think it's important for me to for sharing that. Um, I appreciate you sharing this with us. It's my first time watching your live. It's a sign. I look forward to the next 30 days of going deeper. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you very much. And I hope I'm not scaring you guys, right? I think it's just important for us to reflect ourselves, what we really need, you know, and take the time to really sit with your feelings and weighing why are you here? Why do you feel that way? Is it just out of the blue? As I told you, it's been years for me. Okay. And I know this is what I need to do. You know, the people that who are meant to be in your life are going to be in your life. Will, go through the trenches or whatever, how you call it, while you get where you need to get. They're going to be there with you. They're going to stay the course with you. The people that are not supposed to be at this next stage of your life will just fall off. And that's just life, right? So, all right, friends. Um, this is all for me today. I wish you to have the most amazing day. In the UK, cold is back. Yesterday, I took advantage and was outside with my friend for so long in the sun. So, yeah, right. I'll let you with that to reflect on, live your dreams, guys. Okay. Don't deny yourself because you're going to regret it and it's going to make you uncomfortable and sick. Life is short. So we need to really live the life, sorry, that we know we should. Okay. So thank you, my very good friend Mary, and I love you so much. And ladies, thank you so much, and I see you tomorrow morning. Okay. All right. Take care of yourself. Have an amazing day. Bye, guys.